story, making poems like voting for GW. Why would anyone do it? 'Cause after it's done, it sits out there for all to see, an obscenity. How could I explain to my children's children how it happened? That Darth Vader never knew the light, its ego too large for plain sight, and covered what should have been a heart with lies. Political. For those of you that know Nick Dembski, I'm stealing Otis Henry. This is for Kat and Matt and Kevin and all the Nicks. Because I couldn't make it as America's Next Top Model. I figured I'd pick up the superhero. Otis Henry is a poet hero. The Adventures of Otis Henry, poet hero, Adam's Rib. Otis down from the mountain, limp, putting the world right for words, often tousled his hair and bowels. Sustenance. He could not lick his lips dry. He, being vegetarian this day, could not partake of rack of pig. Instead, he took one of his ribs and molded it to salad. God, always spying on Otis, cried and spent to his knees, begged Otis Henry for his blessing to use the rib bit in his own story. The Lord's tears, mixing with the dressing, spoiled Otis Henry's appetite. He brought the Lord to her feet and washed them, painted toenails pink. The deity, in return, offered Otis a single contract of outsource for the next Bible. For the Creator knew little but this, that the world of words belonged to Otis Henry, and though he tried to pontificate, he was a schoolboy to Otis and his world-changing, world-saving turn of phrase. Otis licked his lips and kissed the balding head of the Savior, and with but a lusty look, bid him find peace. When the Lord regained his footing, Otis Henry was gone. No dust to trace, just the smell of personal regret. And the Lord knew that Otis would not be back this way soon, but felt wid to look within him for his own Otis Henry. This one's not done, so if you want to finish it, go ahead. This is the last one. It used to be cool to be a straight white man, like JFK, not Brett Favre. Can't even say his family name, that paid-to-play creature, should have bankrolled Worth's teacher. Instead, that pay-per-view selection, King Elvis man's disrespection, and the wannabe dweeb, jester, Gates, scam. Same Oswald mystery, white boy bite your history, Frankie and the Babe. Now, GW thinks he's Mr. Wayne. Never his kitkin in harm's way. White man used to be the do-it. Now he's history's idiot. Disrespecting the native man, raping mother's virgin land. Doesn't take much look back to recall what white has done to black. George W., you sans sheriff, Cheney sucking Halliburton thief. So who you got, little white man, forgotten cuz in Vietnam? You culture vulture, you wannabe, Ginsburg and Leary, scares your sex lines bleary. Under Republic occupation service, honesty makes you nervous. Your selfish serious makes you terrorist. One nation under sod, pre-hijaculation from your God. Make him up in your image. Use violence pride to slap the face of Jesus God. Whose will be right? He that can smite might. What were we copping for? Fear some more? Fear of God for good's sake? Fear of Gnostic without hate? Fear of feelings? Fear no bride? Fear of looking, loving what you hide? Then we pulled white women too, setting up a backroom shrew. Ask your God to its face, who's your daddy? What's her race? Yeah, it used to be cool to be a straight white man. Then Blood Right created Son of Sam. You cradled me, the misfit. Changed my gender, changed my race. Just call me ashamed to show my white face. Oh.